In this video, I'll show you how to use a date command within a command bar. Now, just to give you a scenario, now in this application, now this is a simple model driven app application named as Combinations app, listing of all the Commonwealth nations. Now, what I want in this scenario is if I go inside a record, I have something called as a submission date. Now, so take for example, if someone wants to say submit this information, maybe not on this date, but then maybe the request for some extensions. Okay, so we are talking about extensions over here, so extending by 1 week or extending by 1 month. Now if I want to change this by extend by 1 week, what I'm going to do, I'll just select the calendar and then go into this next, and I'll select extend by 1 week. Okay, so this is I'll do. So there's a lot of click involved in it. Or like if I want to change it after 1 month or 2 month, then again it's like couple of clicks. So if I don't want that thing to happen, and if I want to have some sort of a command for the end user, I should be able to do that very quickly. Okay, so you got the context. Now in order to do that, what you need to do, go open the model driven app. Once you open the model driven app, go into the view and then click on edit command bar. You can edit or edit in new tab. If you click on edit, and then it will ask you to command bar to edit, you select main form because we are going to make the changes in the main form. Now this is the main form as you see over here. So what we want is we are going to extend the deadline by say 1 week or 1 month. Okay, now in order to do that, what we are going to do, we're going to make use of something over here. So we have something called as a drop down, and we have something called as a split button, right? So I can use a drop down or a split button. So let me use say split button over here. Okay, so if I click a split button over here, so I can see that this is a split button and I have this new group over here, right? So new split, I'll just name this as timeline extension. And I'll use an icon of say clock or time or date. Yeah, I'll select this. Okay, so timeline extension. Now here within the timeline extension, I'll say submission. So that's my group, and I will add a command here. So I'll just add a command, and that command will be called as extend by 1 month. Okay, and use icon, I'll use add. Okay, so extend by 1 month. Now similarly, I can use extend by 1 week as well. Okay, so I'm going to add one more command, new command, and here say extend by week, and here I'll pick up some icon and say some different icon. Okay, and that's it. So what I've done, I've created a sequence of commands whereby I can extend the submission by 1 month or extend it by 1 week. Now, okay, let's put the logic behind the week and behind the month. Now, in order to do that, what we need to do is like we need to write some command, right? Now, this is like you're updating an existing record. So if you want to say extend by a month, you just click on extend by month, go to action formula bar, and then from here, you just need to write a command. Okay, so let me cancel this off. Yeah, so here we need to write a command. So the command is basically a patch command. So I'll just write a patch. And what are you going to patch? You're going to patch on the existing table, Commonwealth nations. Now, what are you actually patching? You're patching the current record, so which is self dot selected dot item. So this is that existing record. So you got a reference of that. Now, what you want is if you go into the record, I want the submission date field, right, which is a date field. Now, if I want to get that date field, what I will do, I will just say only update that field, right? Because once we extend it, we don't want to touch other fields. So I'll just say submission submission date. Okay, so I just want to change the submission date from and extend it by 1 month. Now, in order to do that, I need to make use of date add function. Now date add function will ask for a date. Now the date is, we all know this is self dot selected dot item dot submission date. Okay, so this is the column. And what are you going to extend it? I am going to extend it by 1 month. So what is the number of unit? Number of unit is one. And the again the enum comes in, whereby you can just type in time unit dot months. Okay, so time unit dot month. You can pick up minutes, milliseconds, hours, however uh, the the sequence works for you. So time unit dot months, and then I'll close this date add function, and I'll close this closing braces of the patch command, and close the patch command. Okay, so this is how the things will work. Now uh, it will work, but what we may need to do is, like, sometimes it may throw an error as well. So in order to do that, what we can do, we can make use of if error. Okay, so if error, so if something happens, okay, once you execute this command. So what is that command? This command is a patch command. If that thing happens, then put a comma over here, and you can notify. Okay, so you can notify whether it's an error or it's a success. So I'll just say notify error. So I'm not going to write all those error outcomes and all. I'm just showing you how to basically use error and success capturing process. Okay, so notify success, and then I can close that if error as well. Okay, so just to arrange it properly, so just to show you, notify error, and notify error means notification type dot error, and here I'll put notification type dot success, and that's it. This is how you basically extend by 1 week, or you can extend it by 1 month, right? Now we have just used 1 month, but similarly you can do it for a week as well, and within that you will be able to see the changes happening within the system. Now in order to make this for happen for a week, we can just copy this. So let me first copy this entire thing and go into extend by week, and here we'll just paste it. The only difference is unit is 1. Instead of 1, you just make it as 7, and you say time unit dot days. So 7 days is 1 week, and then it will extend by 1 week. So let's do one thing. Let's save and publish and see whether it works or not. So depending on the duration, you can pick up days, months, seconds, minutes, milliseconds, all those parameters. It is useful. Now the this scenario is basically useful when you do not want user to manually select a date, because they might make an error, or sometimes, like, as I'll show it to you here. Now for me, say, take for example, I'm an English user, and now my calendar is showing in French. Okay, sometimes I'll make some mistake over here, and I'll replace date with month, month with dates, and like those kind of issues. So in order to eliminate those things, what we have done is, like, we have created a command so that user need not play around with the existing controls over here. They will just come, and they will just select the command bar button. Now it's still getting published, so I should be able to see this timeline extensions. So let me refresh it again. Yes, so now I can see this timeline extension. Okay, so let's go back to the grid, go into one of the records. So let me go to Brunei, and then from here, 2/10/2024 is the submission date. If I click on timeline extension, I'll say extend by 1 month. Then as you see over here, it says 2/11/2024, and the outcome is success, right? And it has done that. It has saved. So you need not even save it, okay, because it has already patched the record. The record is saved. So I'll go back, and if I go back to Brunei again, I can see 2/11/2024. Similarly, if I go into, say, Australia record, I see 11/3/2025, and if I click on extend by a week. So technically it should be 18th. So it is coming 18th, and as you see over here, notification is success. Okay, so similarly you can play around with it. Now again, depending on your logic, you can write more complex command. Now let me go into, say, one of the record. Like if we go to Cyprus and if there is no submission date, then what happens? So if I click on, say, any of the record, then whether it will change or not, here it says it has succeeded, because it still didn't find, it did something. And now if I refresh this record, it hasn't done anything. Okay, so if for such scenarios you can capture the information and say, if submission date is blank, then don't process this record or don't show this message. So depending on your need, you can build those logic within the application. But the whole goal of this entire exercise was to show you how we can create a command. I've used a split button, and here I can stack various commands depending on some category. So the category is submission. So I want an extension by a month or a week. And depending on that, I have written a logic which is making use of date add function, which is taking the context of that date record, a date column, and then extending it by specific duration depending on the parameter. So if it is a week, so then you say 7 time unit or days. If it is just a month, you just say 1 time unit or months. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically use date command, and you use various different set of split button within the command bar. Thanks for watching.